What's up, everybody? It's John with the Action Fix. That's right, it's 2026. It's a brand new year. Greetings and welcome to the relaunch of the Action Fix with John Jerva. That's right, I put my name in the title because I've been doing this for over 10 years. So why the hell not? Everybody else does it. So why not me? There you go. So now the Action Fix podcast is now officially known as the Action Fix with John Jerva, making this your ultimate fix for action cinema, television, everything, streaming, movies, television shows, whatever the case may be. If it shoots, blows up, kicks, punches, detonates, we got it here for you. And again, it is a new year and I am back. It's been a long while. God, I wish I could do a video or a live stream where I don't start off by saying, hey, I'm sorry I haven't been here in a while. But you know what? Shit happens and I've been busy, which is a good thing because, as you know, like latter part of 2025, like from October through middle November, I was out of work. I was supposed to start a job. Didn't happen right away. It was all chaos. But now I officially started working right before Thanksgiving, and it's been chaos ever since. So it's where I'm working at now. We've been getting the place ready to open. So I've been doing things I have no idea what I'm doing. Construction work, carpentry, whatever, you name it. I am an expert in, well, I'm not an expert. I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none, let me tell you. But I am here with the relaunch of the Action Fix with John Jerva, and I want to welcome you guys with this special video where I'm just going to talk a little bit. I'm going to chat a little bit about some of the things that I'm going to be doing. And of course, as you already know, it's a lot of the things I've already talked about back in 2025 that never came to fruition. But it happens. So now with a new year upon us, and this is now a brand new Action Fix, we're going to be doing all things action. So again, we're going to have the same great intel for you. So we're going to have news for you, courtesy of my website. Let me bring it up here, as you know. And I changed this a little bit. If you guys hadn't noticed, if you guys visit the official ACTION-FLIX.com, that's right, it's ACTION-FLIX.com, which is the Action Fix with John Jerva. That comes from ACTION-FLIX.com. So what I did was I made a front page. So as you can see, when you come to it, it looks similar to what I was doing in the past, but now this is all a front page where you get all the good stuff. So you get the line of fire, which is everything that's pretty much brand new on the site. ACTION-FLIX stream picks, what's trending. Then you got my exclusive interviews. As you can see, I have not done any since the holidays, but that's okay. That's pretty much for the norm. But I was pretty much cranking them out, especially when I was not working at the time. So I had Michael Jai White, Daniel Bernhardt, all kinds of good stuff going on at the last part of 2025. So again, make sure you go and check those out. I got the action short films I put up here. So I did a couple stuff with that. So I just put up one called Misfire, which was Jean-Paul Lai, who is one of the great indie action stars going around today, directed a short film. So I put that up there. Now, of course, you got Trailer Tactical, which is the latest in trailers from ACTION-FLIX.com. And of course, everything in action cinema. And of course, we have Essential Atkins, the Scott Adkins Zone. That's right. Scott Adkins, the action icon, who I have interviewed numerous times here on the site. He's awesome. Always comes on board to talk with me about his new projects and everything. So, of course, we have the whole special section of the website, which is geared all towards Scott Adkins. So from his news to his trailers to the interviews. I talked to him from Prisoner of War. We did the extended interview back last fall. So, of course, we're probably going to be hooking up a lot this year because he's got a lot of good stuff coming out. Then, of course, you have reviews. The last review I did was The Rip. That's right. Netflix, which is basically known for putting out shitty action movies or shitty movies in general, actually put out a great movie. This is like, listen, this is a 4 out of 5 I gave it. Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, together again. The review, The Rip with Damon Affleck, is a visceral bullet shredding whodunit, which has knife slicing tension and shrapnel piercing action. It is one of those throwbacks like the 70s and the 80s. Corrupt cops, who's corrupt, who's not, who's good, who's bad. Are they all bad? Who knows? Then, of course, we have retro action. Of course, for the holidays, I did Project Shadow Chaser 2, which is also known as Night Siege Project Shadow Chaser 2, as well as Armed and Deadly Project Shadow Chaser 2. It's got various names. But, of course, it's Frank Zagarino taking on Brian Genesee. And I did that one for the holiday season. As we all know, it takes place during Christmas time. It takes place during a Christmas party. It's a Christmas movie, man. So, again, I got that. And, of course, we got the action intel. Some of the biggest news that I'm going to be talking here. soon. Of course, Primitive War 2. We all know filmmaker Luke Spark put out one of the best action movies of last year. It actually made it into my top 10 of my best of 2025 with Primitive War, which was basically Jurassic Park on steroids. If you're a fan of Jurassic Park, but you want, you know what? I need to see dinosaurs ripping people in pieces. Well, then this is the movie for you, because it takes Jurassic Park, turns it on its head, throws it into the Vietnam War, and just totally has military commandos going up against dinosaurs, which is nothing short of awesome. Then, of course, we had Jason Statham with The Beekeeper 2 that's coming out next January. And, of course, we had Tomb Raider's Sophie Turner, her first look. Then, of course, we had The Bluff, and then we had Reckless, which is Scott Adkins' latest project. So that's in the Action Intel, so make sure you check it out. Comic Zone, Masters of the Universe, as we all know, put out a trailer last week. A lot of people loved it. A lot of people hated it. A lot of people didn't get the he-him joke, especially one guy that always comments on my posts on Facebook and is always going for the woke argument. Dude, it was a joke. Get with it. If you're going to argue or if you're going to complain and bitch about something on my site, make sure you know what the hell you're talking about. That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, but of course, we had John Berthel as promising a hard-hitting Punisher. We had more Punisher comic book news. Of course, we had all the trailers for Avengers Doomsday, which doesn't come out until December. Home releases, we got everything from Will Go USA pretty much that's putting out. Of course, we also had The Shadow's Edge that's coming out in the UK, which we should hopefully get a release here in the United States because we deserve it just as much as they do. Of course, we had Double Impact, which is making its 4K debut as well. The ACTION-FLIX podcast, which is now I'm going to have to change that with the ACTION-FLIX with John Jerva because that's what it's now officially known. But of course, I had a whole bunch of interviews where I to end up the year 2025. Like I said, Michael Jai White was my last one. And what better way to round out 2025 than an action interview with the action icon himself, Michael Jai White. He was talking about Exit Protocol, and we talked about a lot of good stuff too. He gave me an exclusive. If you watch the video, he gave me an exclusive talking about how Scott Adkins was the first choice, and it was Dolph Lundgren, which was kind of cool. So make sure you check that out. And of course, we have ACTION-FLIX exclusives. This I just put out today. It's the exclusive clip from Grizzly Night, which is Saban Films' latest film that they got coming out this Friday on video on demand and digital, which is based on a real story, actually, about a grizzly bear that went wild and killed a couple people. So that's pretty cool. So they gave me an exclusive clip. Then I got an exclusive clip from The Guns Blazing, The Internship, which actually reunites Sullivan Stapleton and Philip Winchester from Strike Back. So that's on there too. And then I had an exclusive clip from Relentless, and I had the and then I also got to premiere a trailer. I never get to premiere trailers, but they Sony Pictures Home Entertainment reached out to me and said, "Hey, do you want to exclusively premiere the trailer for the action thriller Border Hunters?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" So I did that. So that was pretty cool. And then, of course, way back in August, I had the exclusive clip from Red Sonja. So that's what's going on here right now on the ACTIONFLIX.com website. I'll be talking more about that later on. But like I said, I just wanted to do a real quick video just kind of outlining what we're doing here and the branding and everything. And some of you probably going to think I'm vain for putting my name in the title, but you know what, everyone else does it, why not me? It makes it's a show. Everybody has the so-and-so show, this show, that show. So I'm like, you know what, why not the ACTION-FLIX with John Jerva? Because I deserve it, right? I really don't get paid to do this, so I mean, I might as well put my name in it so that way it kind of makes it official. I'm your host, right? It's me, John Jerva. So I'm just going to lay it out there. So that's why I did that. But I'm still doing the things that you love here on the ACTION-FLIX. I'm going to be doing Trailer Tactical, where I'm going to be doing trailer reactions to action cinema trailers that are released, and trailers for television too. If you notice, I put out The Marshals, which is Luke Grimes' spinoff from Yellowstone, which looks freaking cool, by the way. Not to get off tangent here, but like I've been looking for an action show to kind of, curb my appetite since SEAL Team went off the air, and this might do it because it's Yellowstone. But as we all know, Yellowstone had action in it, but it was a drama punctuated by action. This looks like it's going to be more of a full throttle action drama series with a lot of good stuff. And Luke Grimes is back as Casey Dutton, one of my favorites from Yellowstone. So yeah, so I do television also when I can, but mainly I'm action cinema, indie action cinema. So I'm going to be doing Trailer Tactical, and of course I do movie reviews. I'm going to be doing some movie review videos. So I was going to do one for the Rip, which is a funny story. I was going to be like, yeah, I'm going to write the review and I'm going to do a video for it. Never happened because, of course, I got busy with work. But I was able to watch the movie before I went to work. So that was cool because it came out that Friday, and then I put out the review. So that was pretty cool. I rarely put, if you notice my site, I rarely put out reviews before the movie or right as the movie hits. It's always afterwards because either I don't get to see it till afterwards or I'm just too busy and I can't write my review till afterwards. But that was kind of cool because I actually got to put out the review in sync with the release of the movie. And I'm going to talk about, I might still do a video about it, just talking about how super awesome it is. Like I said, it's Joe Carnahan. As we all know, he did the A-Team, End of Watch. No, that was David Ayer. My bad. Yeah, so he's back. He's a Cop Shop. He did Cop Shop with Frank Grillo and Gerard Butler. So he's back, and he did The Rip with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, who produced it. They're together again. As we all know, they did a few movies back in the day, and it's been a long time since we've seen them on the screen, but that was pretty cool. Yeah, so I do movie reviews. So again, it's a trailer tactical for trailer breakdowns, movie reviews. I'm still going to do the Comic Zone, where I'm going to talk about my favorite comic books that are coming out, and maybe some old school comic books that I love too. Of course, you know I'm going to be talking about G.I. Joe and the Punisher. And speaking of G.I. Joe, I'm still going to do my Yo Joe Zone. People have been asking me, John, you've been teasing us with the Yo Joe Zone. It's like, where's the G.I. Joe podcast? And I'm like, you know what? It's coming. I just got to have the time. And so here's my goal, and it's a lofty goal. So my new job, I'm going to be doing second shift, so which kind of sucks because it kind of takes me during the middle of the day to the end to night. So I'm going to try to do at least one episode of each a week with the Action Fix with John Jerva live, meaning that's going to be my live show that I'm going to do weekly, where I'm going to talk about things and stuff like that. But I'm going to try to do videos, one of each a week, where I do a movie review. I do a at least one trailer tactical, as we all know. I'm going to try to keep those under 15 minutes because like I like to talk a lot. I'm talking a lot right now, but I got a lot to speak about because I haven't been around for a while, so I'm excited. So trailer tactical, movie reviews, and Yo Joe Zone. It is coming. I promise. I swear to God, Yo Joe Zone is coming. I just got to find a way to what's going to be my first episode. Do I want to do a review of some of the recent comics that have been coming out? Do I want to do talk about the movies, which everybody hates that I love? Dude, are they great? No, but listen, they are what they are, and I still love them. And I love seeing Snake Eyes on the screen. I even love Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins. Shoot me, sue me, whatever. I do. It is what it is. I mean, it's still, Andrew Koji kicking ass, and he does kick ass in that movie. But anyways, I digress. So I'm going to be doing Yo Joe Zone. And of course, we got exclusive interviews. It just has to start warming up again. This is still January. So again, things are still kind of cold. We're starting to get some movies coming out and stuff like that. I thought I was going to get some interviews for one specific movie, which would have been cool. But then when I reached out to them, they were like, nope. I was like, okay, you're lost. So it's like, if you don't want to promote the movie, then neither do I. But I still promoted it. And of course, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. But so I thought because if it happened, let me just tell you, if this had happened and they were like, sure, when do you want to talk to them? It would have been really, really awesome. But as it turns out, never happened. All they wanted to do was just release the trailer, and then that was pretty much it. And I was like, okay, well, there you go. So never hurts to ask, right? That's what they always say. So guys, exclusive interviews. And then I'm also going to do Center of the Ring. That's the one where I put two movies against each other, and we find out which one is the better of the two. Usually it's two movies that I like, but it's just a matter of which one do I like the most on that particular day. It could change the next day. So again, I know I get it. I go, it's hot air. I get it. I say this all the time, and it never happens. But like I said, with this new job, hopefully I'm going to get a set schedule, and I'm going to be able to do things on certain days. On my off days, I'm going to try to do the live stream. Okay. If I have energy when I come home at night, if you're still up, I may pop in for a chat. You never know. But I'm still going to try to do videos where I talk about all that good stuff and promote the world of action, because that's what I want to do. And so also, if you notice, I have a new intro. It's a little long. It's over 2 minutes, but I think I love the music. I love the build up, and I put in the GIFs, so again, it's on a budget. I get it. I'm not one of these places where they can spend lots of money on a cool intro. I think it looks good for what it is. Like I said, I spent absolutely no money. I do what I can. And I figured I want to do an intro for the site, for the show. And I just wanted to make it look really cool, put in some of my, favorite action sequences and stars and stuff like that. I know some of you are going to come out, where's this person? Where's that person? You know what? I didn't want to sit there and look for gifts all day. So I just put in what I had. All right. And I looked for a few extra ones. I was like, here you go. Boom. And don't come at me back about putting Jennifer Garner from Election there, because she was hot when she did it. Or she's still hot, but she was sensational. Is it? Well, the movie's great. Hell no. But still, I enjoyed them for what they were. I thought she kicked ass. She put in the work. So God love her when she did Elektra. And she came back in Deadpool versus Wolverine, and she was just as badass back as she was back in the day. So yes, I put her in there too. So there you go. So that's my intro. So let me know in the comments what you think of it. If you don't like it, tough. It's not going anywhere. It's not like so-and-so from Albuquerque says, I don't like it. I'm going to be like, oh, well, if you don't like it, there it goes. Nope, I'm using it. That's it. I think it's cool. The music buildup is great. It's cinematic. That's why I picked it. Plus, it's royalty free. So there you go. All right. So that's all I got for right now. So like I said, this is the Action Fix with John Jerva. I am your host, John Jerva, and I cannot wait to start doing videos again and start talking to people and start doing live streams and have all you bitch at me. Like when I put out the Masters of the Universe trailer, everybody's like, this looks like trash. I'm like, what are you talking about? All right, listen, they're probably not going to, I don't want to get into it. I'm going to do a special video. I want to do a special video for Masters of the Universe. But they're like, if you all notice the one with Dolph Lundgren, they spent all the time pretty much on Earth. And then what time they spent on Eternia was in Castle Grayskull because they didn't have money. It was canon. Right? But here, I think they're flipping it on its script. And now yes, there's going to be some Earth stuff. Listen, it is what it is. He's on Earth. And it's kind of like to make them relatable to people and stuff like that, But then I think it's going to take place mostly on Eternia. And it looks phenomenal. I think he nailed the I have the power. Is he as big as he is in the cartoon and the comic? No. But he put in the work and he looks great. Is he Dolph Lundgren big? No. But I still think he looks good. I still think he's going to do a good job. So can we not be positive and support him, then just bash him and just, shit on him and, come on. Like, this world sucks enough. Please. All right. So that's all I got about that. So comment, but again, be respectful. And I said, you can have your opinions. We can agree to disagree, but let's do it respectfully and friendly and have good conversations, not, people that come at me and say, I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. No, I know what I'm talking about because I'm talking about me, not you. You don't know me, so don't even go there. So there you go. So if you leave comments and questions and concerns, make sure it's respectful and make sure that it's done with the right frame of mind, because if not, I just delete it. I don't even answer anymore. If you notice, when I get a bad somebody coming at me, it's just exhausting, because I'm going to come back at them with something, and then they're going to come back at me with, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not going to argue with you. You said something stupid, and boom, there you go. All right, so enough of that. So 2026 is here. It's almost February, so I'm getting excited. I'm ramping up. As you can see, I got a lot of energy. I have no idea where it's coming from because I just worked the last 14 days in a row. But there you go. I am John with the Action Fix with John Jerva. That's right, the new name. It sounds better than the Action Fix podcast, because it's not really a podcast. I won't call it podcast because podcast makes it sound kind of dumb. It's a show. It's a show about action cinema and television. This is the rebranding, the relaunch. I'm super excited. I'm nobody in this world, but I'm still plugging along, and people still tell me that I am relative when it comes to action cinema. So I thank you for you guys that support me, and I thank you for everybody in the industry that supports me and gives me love, because I give you love right back. That's right. All right, so that's all I got for right now. So get ready, because I might even do some more videos after this, because I got a lot of energy and I just have to talk about something. So it might be the Masters of the Universe video. It might be the RIP. Who knows? You just have to wait and find out, because I'm going to keep you guessing. But I promise I'm going to be doing more of these videos, and I'm going to stay current. I'm going to stay on top of it, and hopefully I get over the 2,000 subscriber mark. One more thing I got to add. One more thing. My daughter, Bailey, started a podcast or YouTube channel of her own. It's called The Animal Fanatic. Okay. Now, I know, and I told her, I'm like, are you sure you want to go with that? And she's like, yes, Daddy, that's what I want to do. I love animals. And I said, I go, but you're going to be doing more than just animals. She's like, I know, but I love the name, and that's why I want to name it. I'm like, you go, girl. So it's called the Animal Fanatic. It's the one with the Stitch. You see the picture of Stitch sitting down with his big ass smile. That's my daughter's YouTube channel. So give her some love. Subscribe. She does a lot of good videos. She's 10. She's kicking ass for what she's doing. I'm helping her do the videos, of course, editing and that stuff. She talks about all kinds of cool shit. She talks about, she does unboxings of toys. Actually, I'm just going to be putting out another one where she opens up, she's into like the dolls and stuff, like these miniature sets and stuff like that. And the mini brands, she's into that too. So give her some love. The Animal Fanatic has a bunch of videos on it right now. So not only subscribe, but show her some love and watch some of those videos and get her counts up and get her watched hours up, because she's doing a great job. So that's the last thing I wanted to talk about. So just before I go real quick, again, boom, bam, that's my website, ACTION-FLIX.com. We are your destination for your ultimate action fix. That's right. I put out some good shit today. I put out Z Meow has a new movie coming out, which probably isn't going to hit America until probably next year, because, you know, they always come to their respective countries first, and then 5 years later we get them. And it's like, oh, this movie, I totally forgot about it. But he's also in The Furious, which my man Owen from the Action League got to see at the Toronto International Film Fest last year. Damn him. And he pretty much said it was the best action movie of the year. So when I watch it this year, because I'm assuming they're going to put out this year, it's probably going to be the best action movie of this year. So make sure you give my website some love. Check it out, ACTION-FLIX.com, action-flix.com. We are the ultimate destination for your action fix. There's all kinds of stuff on there. I've been doing it for over 10 years. I think I'm almost at 5,000 articles. So there's a lot of content on there. So you're going to find something, whether it's old or new. So there you go. All right. So with that, I am out of here. That's right. John with the Action Fix. Get ready. Buckle up, Buttercup. Lock and load. Strap on. Jack up. Strap up. Do whatever you got to do, because it's going to be a bumpy ride, but a bumpy ride in the best way possible. And I cannot wait to talk about all things action. I kind of like my job now, so that's a good thing, because you all know I hated my last job. Boy, did I hate my last job. Boy, was it a piece of garbage. But this one, boy, I'm not going to talk about it on air, because I don't want, because it's going to be, I don't want to converge. This is my alter ego. But like I said, I'm in a happier place. I'm doing some cool stuff. And the Action Fix with John Jerva is going to be the best action show of 2026. Probably not, but in my mind, it will be. Hopefully, because like a lot of you guys that support me, there you go. All right, so I'm going to end it now before I keep babbling like an idiot anymore. So this is John with the Action Fix saying strap in, because it's going to be a great 2026, and I cannot wait. So till next time, remember, especially in today's world, be nice until it's time to not be nice. Take it easy, everybody.